right, everyone. It's been a week. I've been gone for a week. You've had your fun. I hope you enjoyed all the iPhone 13 videos, but Daddy's back. So let's talk iPhone 14. If you're watching this on the toilet right now, which you probably are, hit subscribe and turn on all notifications to be part of the Toilet Squad. Alrighty, tidy. Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Did I say hi? Hello. Welcome back to Front Page Tech, the show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek. That's me. To another, that is you. FPT. So, yeah, it's been like a week since you've seen me. I got all my Apple stuff last week, and it felt nice to take a break. I don't know, FPT is in this really weird spot lately. It's like this show has become more so talking about products before they happen, and then once they happen, I'm just standing around like, okay, now what? It was kind of awesome, just sort of relaxing, getting my Apple products and opening them up like a normal human, not making a video about it, and just sitting back and watching other people do that. There are so many people out there that are way talented and make way better product videos than I ever could, so I just stick to what I'm good at and sit back and enjoy the reviews and such with all of you. And speaking of what I'm good at, let's do butt sex. Tech news. All right, so first up for the day, story numero uno. Let's talk about iPad mini. Not this one. This one. It's the best. It's the best thing that came out this month, okay? It is the perfect size. It's the most pure iPad experience. It's not trying to be too much. It's not trying to like replace your laptop or your car, whatever iPads are doing these days. It's just an iPad doing iPad shit. And it is awesome. Have I made myself clear? Okay, so now for the bad news. Well, bad news according to the internet. You may have seen this floating around for the last few days. Report of a quote-unquote jelly scrolling effect happening on iPad mini. Effectively, people are reporting a display issue where, when scrolling in portrait mode, and especially with text on the screen, you can notice the content sort of warping. Like when scrolling fast enough, one end of the text or the content on the screen appears to tilt down a bit. It's largely unnoticeable until it is. And of course, just like that, there it is. We got ourselves a brand new gate, everyone. Hashtag Jellygate. Put it right up there alongside ChargeGate, will ya? You know, the iPhone XS thing that happened. Oh, what about Bendgate? You know, the art of purposely bending iPads in half and then pretending to be shocked that a sheet of glass and aluminum bent. Yeah, that was so much fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, I'll calm down. The people, the ones that are losing their minds over this, what they are not saying is that this is not an iPad mini issue. It's a 60 hertz issue. Here is the same thing happening on my 2020 iPad Air. That's weird how my iPad Air got the iPad mini issue. That's strange, huh? Seriously, if you have one, a 2020 iPad Air, go ahead and try it yourself. Put your iPad Air in landscape and start scrolling like this. You'll see it. But of course, that wasn't in the news. Shocker. It can also be seen happening on this iPhone 12 Pro. This was tweeted by The Verge's Dieter Bahn. Scrolling in landscape, same thing. So, like, what is it? What is it about the iPad mini? How and why is this an iPad mini issue? The same thing happened on everyone's iPad Air, but how come no one noticed it then? Well, because no one on Twitter told you about it. You see, what happened here is that a few people with a following on Twitter pointed it out, and now, suddenly, conveniently, everyone notices it. It's only a problem because someone else told you to look for it, and now you can't unsee it. It's a simple case of confirmation bias. Now, am I just pretending that this isn't an issue? No, this is a real thing, this is a real issue, and it exists. But it's not a defect, and it's not isolated to iPad mini. We can't just pretend like Apple just shipped a bad product. It's only this one. This is not a defect. It is a side effect. A side effect of 60 hertz, even more so on a 60 hertz LCD display. And I'm sure those of you coming from your iPhone 13 Pro with 120 hertz, or even an iPad Pro with 120 hertz, when you pick up that iPad mini, sure, yeah, I'm sure you're easily going to notice the display, quote-unquote, issue once you pick up your 60 hertz LCD iPad mini. And go ahead, call me an Apple sheep or whatever you're going to do in the comments. That's fine. Listen, Apple has a lot of issues. There are real issues. This, not one of them. Let's not pretend. Can we not? And plus, will you leave the iPad mini alone? All right? This is the official, I hereby declare, this is official, hold up in court somewhere. This is the official device of the Toilet Squad, okay? This is it, iPad mini. And you don't talk shit about iPad mini here, okay? Do you understand? Good. Oh, hey, look, today's episode is sponsored by WeVPN, the best VPN on the market thanks to their advanced IP and DNS protection. They also just happen to be the industry leader for streaming, supporting over 400 streaming services. You can secure up to 10 devices at the same time with support for desktop and mobile devices, smart TVs, gaming consoles, browsers, and more. There's a bunch of reasons to try and love WeVPN, but the best way to learn more is to just try it for yourself. And right now, you can get 74% off of a 2-year subscription. They'll even add an extra 3 months for free. So go ahead, click the link, click it, get started today, and thank me later. All right, welcome back. You know what time it is. Let's talk about iPhone 14. So I don't know if you saw, but like just a few weeks ago, in fact, a week before the iPhone 13 event, we leaked the design of iPhone 14. In fact, it was such a crazy day that you all somehow got iPhone 14 trending all the way to number 2 on Twitter. Again, people, a week before the iPhone 13 was even announced. Did the iPhone 13 even trend on Twitter the day it was announced? I don't know. And I get it. You all probably just got your brand new iPhone 13, and I'm coming in like, skirt, trying to talk about 14. And by the way, 13? I love it. Jared Purser, mini review of iPhone 13 Pro. Yes, I like. Thanks for watching. See, just like I tried to tell you. Not good. I'm not good at the review thing. Anyway, this past Sunday, in his Power On newsletter, Mark Gurman talked about the iPhone 14. Interesting note right off the bat here. Mark actually called it iPhone 14. For context, Mark Gurman is a sneaky boy. He is very careful about how he refers to product names. Like, for example, this man called the iPhone 13 the 2021 iPhone up until like 2 days before the September event. He never actually name dropped iPhone 13 until the last minute. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting that he actually called it iPhone 14 in his newsletter. Just a thought. Mark says that next year's iPhone lineup is getting a complete redesign. And those are his words. The minor changes this year also mean that Apple's engineers were working behind the scenes on bigger things that will take more time. With the iPhone 14, you can expect new entry-level and Pro models and a complete redesign. He didn't say minor redesign. He didn't say slight redesign. The man said complete, meaning a whole new look. And I don't know about you, but this, the design that we leaked a few weeks ago, that looks like a complete redesign to me, doesn't it? The design here that we showed you is that of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I believe we said that in the initial report as well. There will be 4 iPhone 14 models next year, but there won't be an iPhone 14 mini. Even when it came out and made the news that iPhone 12 mini sales were like the worst, they were terrible, and everyone was like, oh, they probably won't make another one. I came out here on this show and said, yes, there will be a 13 mini, but unfortunately, that will not be the case next year. So if you really wanted to buy an iPhone mini, like you keep looking at it, I'm talking to myself with this too. It's like, it looks so good, but you just can't get yourself to do it. You can't get yourself to pull the trigger. You might want to hurry up and do that now because this is the last one. Instead, next year, expect 2 6.1-inch devices and 2 6.7-inch devices. So like an iPhone 14, an iPhone 14 Max, an iPhone 14 Pro, and an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Oh, and just last week, Kuo-Ming Chi reiterated and corroborated that the iPhone 14 Pro Max will have a hole punch display, just like we showed you in our renders, instead of a notch. This info was also backed up by display analyst Ross Young, who, by the way, has a 100% track record, according to Apple Track, but NBD. So listen, I know it sounded crazy. When I told you a few weeks ago that the iPhone 14 was getting a complete redesign, it was kind of hard to believe. In fact, I believe it breaks Apple's traditional 3-year redesign cycle. But now we have another report backing that up, that there will be a complete redesign next year. I found it kind of troubling, though, that the people that are saying a redesign next year happen to be myself, Kuo-Ming Chi, and Mark Gurman. Because, coincidentally, the three of us, the same people that are telling you about iPhone 14, we might be the same people that just a few weeks ago said that the Apple Watch was going to look like this. And then it didn't. So, you know.